Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome to a new video on this channel. In case you're surprised by this unfamiliar name in your subscription feed, um, I'm actually drawing after hours. But recently, I found a username which I started resonating with more. So I decided to just rebrand myself and you know create videos under this name. So now drawing after hours is has become your creates. um, I found that this new username encapsulates what I plan to create on this channel. So be it visual novel, whether it be a graphic novel or a comic, a web comic, or just an illustration. I felt like it captures everything I plan to create. Um, so that's why I thought that okay, this is a really good name, and I really want to move to it. And I just made the switch, and it felt like we were still in the infancy era for this channel. So it felt better to make that move now, compared as opposed to doing it a bit later when we gain a bit more of a following. And in line with how we've decided to have the name, what I find is that I started doing more varied content. For example, today we are actually creating a V VTuber model, I guess. I don't know. I don't personally think of it as a VTuber model because it's not like I'm going to have a lore and backstory and stuff like that. So I don't think of it as a VTuber model. It's more like a 3D model. But it's something I've been planning on for a while. I originally wanted to draw some hand drawn expressions, but um, the lack of trust in my skill prompted me to just create a 3D model and test it out, because I know the places like VROID Studio or they have like some default poses and animations which I can possibly use to communicate what I want to communicate. But it's just still up in the air. I'm still testing the model, so we're just going to do a small reveal at the end and a small test at the end. But apart from that, it's going to be all good. It should be all fine. So what you're seeing on screen right now is me trying to create a pattern for the dress. I pretty much used the default uh, dress settings, like default dresses and default hair, and I altered a few things like skin color and a few of the shapes and stuff. Added a bit of shading, but not very comprehensive. So if I'm doing like a roundhouse kick, I find that I um, can see the flaws in the model because I don't do the shading on the back, and like it is not like I've not shaded in a 3D form. So I've just been shading on like a 2D plane in a way. The reason being that the software which I'm using to record myself is like a it's called 310A, and and it only like I don't have any body tracking, uh, like body motion tracking equipment with me. So the most anything can happen is like it can track my head and my facial expression. I don't know if it can do the facial expressions, but it can track like my mouth movements and my head if I've like turned to the left or to the right or to up. So it can track all of that, but all of this doesn't necessarily need me to have shading across like a 3D, uh, like it doesn't need a 3D, three-dimensional shading to be done. Yeah. That's what. So that's why I took a few liberties and I tried not to stress myself too much. We're just getting started, and one day, hopefully, we can improve the model. Um, so yeah, so I kept things pretty simple, pretty basic. I just got this dress with a jacket from the VROID Studio, and then afterwards I added some hair and adjusted some facial features, uh, colored the irises. I'm actually pretty surprised on how good the program itself is, because it offers you to color. It offers you first thing a diverse set of um, things to get started, and then it also allows you it has like a lot of custom presets, and uh, apart from that you can still go and edit things on your own, which was pretty interesting. And having tried the edits for the first time, um, I really enjoyed them. This is definitely not my first brush with the VROID Studio, but this is the first like complicated uh, thing I did with VROID Studio. Um, I played around quite a bit and added some fun things. I tried to keep the design to as much as closer to how I look in real life. But one thing which I probably did not capture well is the chubbiness. So I'm more chubby in real life, but I wasn't able to capture that in the model. And then also the hair, because I don't have bangs, but the one without the bangs, it wasn't like the default model without the bangs wasn't looking very great. So that's why I just added the some cute little bangs for my hair. And after that, I just go in and edit the irises, add some shading so that sorry, sorry, so that they are not very flat and they um, still look something similar to how I like to color my characters' irises when I'm like really feeling it. Um, so I did that, and it looks pretty nice, I think. Um, and then yes, I don't have much to say. Then I just like export, export the model and import it in 310a, and then just do the basic settings uh, so that I can start working on the animation. Actually, also tried recording the video in 310, but I found that the quality of the recording was pretty low. So I go back and I try to use Streamlabs again to record myself. And also, I found that 310 doesn't record voice. I don't know if there is a feature to record voice in there, but I found that it doesn't record voice. Um, and then I go back and add things to Streamlabs. But the issue with adding things to Streamlabs again was that I was finding it hard to actually apply the filter and, um, apply a green screen filter so that I can have a transparent background and only the model on it. That way, I thought that I could just put that on whenever I'm doing put turn off on that scene whenever I'm adding like whenever I'm doing the speed paints and stuff, so that you have something more interesting to look at than just a flat uh, flat overlay. But that plan didn't actually quite work out that well. So um, So then after a point I gave up. So I thought I'll just record myself separately using the Streamlabs, and then I would just put myself again. I mean, I would do all the editing later in my video editor. Let's see if that worked out or not, but that's how things are right now. Mm. So we are probably coming to a close end, and now let's try to demo our model. So we're going in for it in 3, 2, and 1. Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Yoakechi, or currently I'm Yoa Creates. So I've recently renamed my channel, and before this I was drawing after hours, so don't be surprised if if you see someone new in your subscription feed. I'm doing this for branding purposes and to encapsulate the different kinds of things I plan to create this year, and I'm quite excited for it. I hope you like it too, and I will see you again in the next video. I don't know if I'll still use this model or not, but hopefully we do. Bye bye.